I was so frustrated and disappointed and mad that people aren't listening to me. I kind of retreated, and I live in a place where you can retreat to our fishing camp, which I sincerely love, but really its signature quality is its remoteness. It's not near anything at all. And we did have Starlink put in a couple of years ago. So you could text from there. So like, why wouldn't you go there on all your off hours with your dogs and just like live alone in the woods? So I literally did that. And then in September, Charlie Kirk, who's my friend, was murdered. And with the encouragement of another friend of mine, I began to realize that what I was doing was totally self-indulgent. And we're not here to enjoy solitude in the woods or enjoy our fishing camp, the fruits of our labors. It's a very cheap fishing camp, but still it's like so close to my heart. And what I really love about this country and my life is being in the woods. So, but that's not why we're here. That's totally self-indulgent. Just because my deepest desire is not hookers and blow. And I can anymore. No, but I can tell myself, and I have literally said out loud to people around me, like, really, my darkest sin is I like to sit, far away in the woods up near Canada with my dogs and fish and maybe have an occasional cigarette or whatever. But that's as naughty as I get. I've got nothing to apologize for.
Why do you say that's a big sin? That's your biggest sin?
Well, I would be joking. I would say, look, okay, yes, I do like, we had a, family drama over Starlink. I don't want Starlink. But it was like, well, then no one knows where you are. And I'm like, well, right.
That's the fucking point.
Right, well, I did give in, which is a mixed blessing. But anyway, the point is, I would always say the worst thing I want to do is retreat from the world into the woods and fish or hunt. I mean, those are truly my deepest desires. And I just always would joke and be like, you could have someone else in your family who's like in Vegas getting chlamydia, or there's me who just wants to go fishing for the week. But what I realized was, yes, of course, fishing alone with your dogs is better than getting chlamydia, at the Spearmint Rhino. But both of them are retreating from your duty, especially if you're a middle-aged man who has, whatever. There's no reason for me not to do my best. At this point, there's nothing in my path that prevents me from telling the truth, that I have an obligation to do that. That's why you're here. There's a mission. There is a mission for every man. And your job is to find out what it is and dutifully do it or attempt to do it. And do you see the fruits? Of course not. You don't. And maybe there aren't any fruits. And maybe you're wrong because you don't freaking know. You're just a man. You're totally on the wrong path sometimes and don't even know it. It's happened to me a million times. But you have to try. And it can't just be, as I always say to people close to me, it's not all blowjobs and French toast, man. Like there's a part where you have to work. No, that's the dream, right? Blowjobs and French toast,
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know, Tucker. I have like this huge internal battle going on right now.
I get it.
It's again, we should probably stop having breakfast from now on and just, do the actual interview here. But